I'm chronicling the history of Pokemon cards by collecting them and putting them in a binder. Collecting them all is a nearly impossible goal, but the first step is to know what you're looking for. Welcome to Check the Box. Well, I hope everyone had a good holiday and is ready for the new year. We're kicking it off with a bang as Vulpix is sounding like more of a crowd favorite than I anticipated. I definitely get the appeal. Vulpix has an elegant appearance that complements their fire abilities, and there's certainly a lot to appreciate in the TCG, where they have a lot more cards than you might expect. Before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't forget to do it later. We start out in the base set where I actually have the full suite, including First Edition, Shadowless, Unlimited, and the fourth print with the updated copyright text. The card returned in base set 2, and then Legendary Collection, which introduced the now sought after reverse holo cards. I don't have many of these, so let's soak it in. Jumping ahead to 2016, the card appeared one more time in XY Evolutions. Vulpix was a popular Pokemon with trainers, so we see multiple cards in Gym Heroes, starting with Blaine's Vulpix, and then Brock's Vulpix, who seems better tamed. We switched things around in Gym Challenge, this time starting with Brock's Vulpix. This card was reprinted as a W stamp promo. Then we get to Blaine's Vulpix, who just learned to shake. By the time we get to Neo Destiny, Vulpix is pretty tired out. Expedition gives us Yukimori's take on Vulpix. And Vulpix immediately returns in the next set, Aquapolis. This marks the end of the Wizards of the Coast era, but before we continue, I want to try something new. As I mentioned in the intro, Vulpix is a fan favorite, and the biggest evidence for that is I have 3 member collections to share in this video. Rather than wait until the end, I thought it would be fun to check in with them along the way and see how they stack up, and how bad they make my binder look. Now I'm using my checklist as the baseline, but everyone has their own approach, so don't take this too seriously. All 3 of these collections are very impressive. It looks like Brianna and Isaac opted out of the base set 4th print, which I think is a pretty common approach. Besides that, Brianna was just short the first edition Neo Destiny card, and Christian had all 24 cards we've covered so far. I'm not too far behind with 17 cards, but we're about to enter the lost decade where my completion percentage usually takes a big hit. Let's check back in once we're through that. The first EX series appearance comes in Hidden Legends, where there are 3 alternate serial number cards to collect if you're so inclined. Reverse holos in this era are all really unique and appear on the artwork like a normal holo. It's the same story in EX Emerald. I'm on record saying Fire Red Leaf Green has my favorite reverse holo patterns, but this Emerald card is making me reconsider. This card was also included in an EX Trainer kit. Next we have Dragon Frontiers, where we find a Delta Species Vulpix that's a Psychic type. The next year Vulpix returned in Power Keepers. I'm also including the Team Up Vulpix here, which uses the same character artwork as the Power Keepers card. This was also printed in a World Championship deck. The same year as Power Keepers, Vulpix appeared in Mysterious Treasures. Vulpix took a year off before returning in Platinum. This set also included a secret rare shiny Vulpix. It's pretty hard to come by, making it the most expensive card in the set. Vulpix continues their frequent appearances with Heart Gold, Soul Silver in 2010. And Unleashed that same year. Call of Legends definitely has one of my favorite artworks showing Vulpix in action. Then we're on to Dragons Exalted, where Vulpix is getting a nice stretch. In 2013, we cap off the Black and White series with Legendary Treasures. And we're about to enter what I consider to be the start of the modern era, so let's check in with the members. Brianna had every card covered in this era to maintain a really high completion rate. Isaac was just missing the World Championship team-up card that I crammed in here and has a placeholder for the shiny Vulpix from Platinum. He mentioned he's hoping to find that one in person to make it more special, which sounds like a fun challenge to me. Christian isn't letting anyone catch up as they had all the cards covered here as well. Sadly, I only had 9 of the 27 cards in this section, so my total is falling way behind. Vulpix starts out slow in the modern era with their only XY appearance coming in Primal Clash. Luckily, this card was reprinted as a Build-A-Bear Workshop promo and a McDonald's promo. Sun and Moon shakes things up with a Alolan Vulpix in Guardians Rising. This is definitely one of my favorite regional forms. This card specifically really made the rounds, starting with 2 numbered versions in the Sun and Moon trainer kits. Then a Toys R Us promo, and another Build-A-Bear promo. It was also included in 2 World Championship decks. Lastly, it received an alternate art promo card. We continue with more Alolan Vulpix cards starting in the very next set, Burning Shadows. Then we get some derpy versions of them in Ultra Prism. We're still rolling through Sun and Moon sets with Lost Thunder, a shiny Alolan Vulpix in Hidden Fates, and we finally cap off Sun and Moon with Cosmic Eclipse. Vulpix is back to Kanto form in Sword and Shield, and really turns on the cute factor in Rebel Clash. With their appearance in Champion's Path, Vulpix had appeared in 3 out of the first 4 sets in the Sword and Shield era. (2021's Fusion Strike included 2 Vulpix cards. The second received 3 uniquely numbered printings in the 2022 Battle Academy set. The next year saw Silver Tempest, which was a feature set for Vulpix. It started with a Kanto Vulpix, then brought back a Alolan Vulpix, but this time as a V card. This card received a Holiday Calendar promo and a Prize Pack Series promo. Then we got a Alolan Vulpix V-Star. which had its own prize pack series promo. Silvertemp has also included a Rainbow Secret Rare version of this card, and a full art Alolan Vulpix V. We're back to Fire type in the Scarlet and Violet era with Obsidian Flames. Then we get another of my favorite artworks in 151. Quick appearance in a My First Battle deck. Then in Twilight Masquerade, Vulpix takes their first nap in over 20 years. Well deserved. Their last Scarlet and Violet series appearance comes in Surging Sparks. And then they debut in the Mega Evolution base set. Here we got a really great illustration rare. Well, that's it for the checklist as of now. Let's check how the members fared in the modern era and see if we can crown a champion. Brianna once again caught every card from this era. And has some nice bonus cards and Japanese exclusives. Isaac was only missing a few World Championship deck and Trainer Kit cards, but that might just be a personal preference, which I respect. He has a few bonus cards as well as card sleeves featuring Vulpix. Christian was not to be outdone, officially collecting every card I covered in the video. They also have a Vulpix cameo appearance in the Pikachu card from Rumble, which is a nice touch. Well, it was certainly an honor to compete with these pro Vulpix collectors. I ended up with 71 out of 107 cards. These aren't quite the final tallies though, because I'm going to put on my Dumbledore hat and award some last minute bonus points before crowning the champion. The first award is for Best Binder. This point definitely goes to Brianna, who has added a lot of flair to the front and back of her binder, and I would argue has the best binder color for Vulpix. The next award is for Best Extra Cards. Christian almost takes this one for the Pikachu alone, but I think Brianna takes this point again with a few non-TCG cards and a good assortment of non-English exclusives. It's a tight race and we have one more award to give. This one's for Best Layout. Everyone had their own strategy to make each page look as good as possible, but Isaac did provide some commentary on his layout. Let's take a look at that.
I was inspired by your layout. It just looks so much cleaner going across like this.
I do love to see someone embracing the across the seam layout, so 10 points to Isaac. He's the champion, I will not be taking any questions. Getting back to our normal recap, Vulpix is the 4th largest set we've covered so far, and I think they'll stay in that position for a while. My completion percent is pretty average despite my poor showing against the competition. Alright, I did film a last chance opening for this video, but I lost the footage. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Thanks again to Brianna, Isaac, and Christian. Hopefully nobody took that contest too seriously. I really appreciate them for sharing and helping support the channel. If anyone else would like to support or is interested in sharing something from their collection, check out the membership tiers. There's a link to join in the description. Also check out the Ultimate Pokemon Master List playlist for more Master List videos like this one.